Oh hey K-pop stans, welcome to this video. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy and excited to annoy you with my rants, essays, and opinions. Follow my Instagram if you haven't. The link is on my description. Today you read a title. I'm going to criticize and point out stuff I don't like about the groups I love. Stan even, because there's definitely stuff to say. In short, today I'm going to drag my fave. So maybe at some moments you feel like I'm an anti, but there's a French say that says, "Who loves well punishes well." It sounds better in French, I promise. I decided to divide this video in two parts because I got a lot of faves and I got a lot to say too. So if in this video you don't find some groups I said I like, they might be in the part 2 that I will link up right there when it come out. So without further ado, let us start. Number 1, the boys. First point, bad given member positions. 2 words, or the appropriate thing here would be to say 2 names, Jacob and Hatnyeon. I feel like they have positions that are missed to be given, like lead dancer for Jacob or visual for Hatnyeon. I think it's kind of unfair the lack of recognition they're having. And at the same time, I understand that in a 11 members group, it's not the easiest thing to have the recognition you deserve, or even to claim so. In an 11 member group, it's not the easiest thing to do. However, how easy was it for the 9 other members to get the light they're having? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's my point. Next one. Good music that is easily forgettable. The Boys has a non-arguably good discography. The Boys actually do make good music. However, it's just very hard to explain how easy it is to forget it. I would take the example of Reveal, No Air, and Sweet. Sweet, that is a very poorly promoted song, by the way. Being a special song they made for Universe. You know that one app that I hated to my guts? Every time they pick their main song on an album, it ain't good enough to be one being the main in one hand because there's so much B-sides that could easily do the job, or when the main song is actually very good, the comeback is just being thrown at the bad timing for the Boys, like Reveal for example, that came out just after Hwa left the group. So I just find it too bad that for various reasons, so many gems are left in the dark. And then finally, we have the blatant favoritism towards certain members. I believe I'm one of the only Dobie that's going to address this, especially because we know how difficult it is to make yourself be noticed in a 11 members boy group. But I would like to address the fact that opportunities are given more to some members than others. Like for example, more lines are given to Sunwoo than Eric when it comes to the rap, or the screen time being heavily given to members like Chuyeon, Hyunjin, or Yonghoon. I mean, so much could be said on this topic in so many ways, but to summarize it, the members who are privileged like Yonghoon, who literally has it all for having more opportunities than others as an actor or a model, for example, than others, is something that personally I don't mind that much. Not necessarily, but that I couldn't help but notice. Number 2, we have BBG. The thing I noticed about BBG is the mid-quality management. I think that Buddies and Nabies were too quick to trust BPM Entertainment when we saw the move they took on signing BBG up for Kingdom 2, for example. Like, that was such a bad move. It wasn't necessarily a shitty idea per se, but BBG didn't have a real image yet, except for being former G-Friend members. So that played a huge bad factor when it comes to their performances, half having an identity and on the other half not really. Also making them go promote in US or the West in general, and unsurprisingly failing way before the girls even landing in the country. So the schedule they planned for there was completely cancelled. So these are little red flags I'm having from BBG's company. Also, another thing touching on the poor management aspect, but on the artistic aspect, during the Love Aid era, all the B-sides except for Chum could have been a better, way better main title than Love Aid. Because though this song is a part of my Hear Me Out, this song is good list, it doesn't sound less than this song that the general public called a glow down compared to Bop Bop. And it's too bad because Love Aid is the song used to promote such a great album that didn't even chart that well because the general public didn't like it.
Baby, welcome to my world. I could take you anywhere. It's a new world, but you haven't yet.
Next, we have aespa, one-hit wonder group. I think you all know what I mean by a one-hit wonder. It's in the sense that aespa hit it with everything with that debut song Black Mamba, then Forever, a song that everyone forgot and was apparently supposed to be a Christmas song thanks to SM's bad management. Next Level, that was a cover, and then a first album that was compared to the explosion of a debut that we had was extremely underwhelming. Technically, when I see aespa, they don't even look like a one-hit wonder group. They're like a two-hit wonder on my stand, because unfortunately the rest of their songs are getting more and more forgettable. Then we have some songs that don't fit their image. You must kind of know where I'm going there, because I can be the only one that cringes a little hearing my girl Winter saying that phrase, "Oh my gosh, don't you know I'm a savage" line. People who know me know that I cannot stand this song. I just can't. And it just doesn't fit them. I get that they wanted to follow the Black Mamba storyline. However, I believe that their song Girls did the job perfectly, at least compared to Savage. The song kinda gave me the Black Mamba roots again. And Black Mamba, as you can imagine, is the standard for me and the perfect balance of what actually fit for them in my opinion.
Catch me when you hit my Lamborghini, go vroom, 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 vroom. When we pull up, you know it's a shutdown. 간판 내리고 문 잠가 shutdown. Whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it. Whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it. It's black and it's pink once the sundown.
Next, we got Blackpink, that I'm wondering if they're idols or influencers. You know we were going there, right? I mean, you saw the thumbnail. What I mean when I'm asking the question is obviously these long hiatuses they were going through, and during their hiatuses they were very active on Instagram, even opened their own YouTube channels, being sponsored by big luxury brands such as Celine, Dior, Chanel, and Yves Saint Laurent. And there's nothing wrong with that, really, except when you spend an entire year doing that to the point we forgot what attracted us to be here, which is their music. There's nothing wrong with being an influencer, except if you act like you are when in your Wikipedia page the word singer, rapper, or performer is written instead. Then we have their top tier material that is wasted. Again, it kind of joins the first point I made about the influencer lifestyle and the poor discography when it comes to the little number of songs. We see the potential. We know they're talented, individually as much as a group. It's not being used. And I understand people that are wishing the girls to live YG at some point, even though I don't entirely share that point of view, because I think that it would potentially mean the end of Blackpink. I understand the sentiment of wanting more of Lisa, Rose, Jisoo, and Jennie, because we know that what they have to offer is more than whatever we had this past few years. Then we have EXO. The first point I'm going to address here, I'm going to be cooked by EXOs for this one. What is Sehun even here for? Like, what is he here for? Seriously. He's a visual. He's the cute Mongne. And speaking of which, people should stop infantilizing a 28 years old, because it's starting to become less and less credible. Like, he's getting old, okay? And he's 6 foot. Like, you guys, really? A 28-year-old. He's not a baby anymore. Stop it. So, like I said, he's a visual, right? He's a visual. He dances. He's a cute monkey. And apparently, he's a rapper too. He's a rapper. But the lines he has in EXO's songs couldn't fill a single page. I'm telling you. I'm not necessarily dragging him. I know my guy has talent. And he has solo material for sure. We all witnessed that when he solo dropped and people were literally gagged. His duo with Chanyeol brings more light to him. More light than for his visual, because he's more than a cute face. Just that if he was at least given a chance to shine for more than that, it could be great. Number 2, I know I'm going to be cooked in the comment section. I don't care anymore. They don't produce or write most of their songs. I know it's kind of technically not part of their job as idols. They're just here to pose on whatever was written for them. And I usually don't have a problem with an artist that don't write or produce their songs. However, EXO has been there for 11 years. Almost! And I can't say they don't have the experience for it. I hate to be this person, but they have juniors from the 4th generation that we like to criticize on this channel who write and produce their own songs. I guess it wouldn't be bad to hear a little bit of their creativity. I know that Chanyeol, for example, participated in the making of the Goblins OST classic, so why not let him do that for EXO? And then we have the fact that they were the main starters of noise music. I told you I was going to address that noise music problem in another video, right? What if I tell you that though till this day I think that EXO's discography is flawless, I actually hated Overdose to my core when I first heard that song. Like it had to grow on me. Actually as much as kpop, now that we're being honest. And also some of their B-sides from their album The War are to me what started K-pop's noise music phenomenon for real. Like approximately 90% of this album had to grow on me for me to like it. I'm just saying. That's just what I think because like I said, I love these songs now. But it doesn't stop the fact that they started that noise music thing with heavy beats and productions. And they started something. They started a long journey of 4th generation group making noise music.
The devil said, give me more, give me more.
Next we have TXT. We do see there's a special treatment towards Yeonjun. We're not blind. Brands promoting Yeonjun only having an Instagram, TXT's NT's calling TXT Yeonjun and friends, Yeonjun being called Big Hit's secret weapon. We see that Yeonjun is treated like he's preferred and the main character. And I'm not even mad at him because it suits him. He's indeed incredible and talented. But here's the thing, his 4 other fellow members are too, and it's frustrating to see Soobin admitting that they're not getting an Instagram account anytime soon because they don't want to, quote unquote. I don't want to accuse anyone or play the psychic here because maybe they actually don't want Instagram accounts, but it more so sounds like something the management told him to say. But that's just a theory. I'm not hating on Yeonjun here again. Like I said, what he has today is 100% deserved. I think of the solo sponsors he has, for example. That's so huge and cool for him. But it wouldn't hurt to tune down that blatant special treatment he has, or not being too obvious with it at least, because let's not forget that this is a 5 members group.
You want some sweet juice? Get what up, pop it, pop it. 조금씩 drippin', drippin'. 분위기를 따라, 따라. Heaven, innocent city, city. 온몸에 신경들이 춤을 춰, 따라, 따라.
Then we have Purple Kiss. You know how much I love Purple Kiss, and God knows how much I really had to dig to tell what's wrong with them. First, we have Swan changing facing critics. I do get all that thing about Korean beauty standards, mainly being that you should be a skinny bitch. And I just find it too bad that people got in Swan's head that much to make that girl visibly lose weight. When I started to stand Purple Kiss, I just saw Swan as a good way for young girls to see that it is okay to look like she did, especially because she's a talented member with this amazing, bewitching voice. But then she started to lose weight. I mean, I'm just speculating. It might be her own decision to get skinnier and it's fine. But on the other hand, she in fact was getting hate for being rounder than an average idol. So yeah, I think that's too bad. And then I would have to question that fandom name. Like, okay, that's a little petty. That's so low. And I told you that if you want to look for flaws in Purple Kiss, you gotta dig. But bloody? Bloody! The name of Purple Kiss's fandom sounds like cry in French to me, and it kind of makes me feel icky. I'm done with this video. Stay tuned for part 2. Okay guys, that is it for today's video, and I hope you liked it. If you want to share your opinion or thoughts on anything related to this video, you can share it down below in the comment section. I will be delighted to open a discussion or debate with you. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye!